Stop recording. Button.
Oopsie. So now we come to Thor. Now, when I came across Thor in the other films, he was entertaining and surprising. But when I decided to watch the three standalone Thor films, it was troubling because I'm a fan, quotes, of Norse mythology. So finding that Norse myth has been marvelised was troubling. But even so, I tried to compartmentalise Norse myth and comic book and film. The first film had a good cast: Anthony Hopkins, Tom Hiddleston, and of course a very good director. And it was surprising because I found myself enjoying the palette. It was colourful, it was brash, it was fun. Again, I found myself having to really try to disconnect from Norse myth and enjoy it for what it was, because these films, as I've said, they are film versions of comic books, and that means that you need to really forget any historical or mythological leanings. The only thing they've got in common with real mythology are the odd name, and even those have changed. For example, Hela, Fenris, Fenrir rather. So, the first film was okay. I had quite a nice time. It was fun. It was engaging. I liked the direction. I liked the pace. Chris Hemsworth was good. Tom Hiddleston was good. And it was good. Anthony Hopkins as Odin was a nice touch. So yeah, overall, it was okay. The second film I had a bit more trouble with. I think I found the sci-fi elements, the elves on spaceships, a bit much. It seemed to be at odds with Thor. However, thinking about it, Thor, as in the actual comic book Thor, comes from a different kind of galaxy, almost different dimension. So I guess spaceships go hand in hand with that different dimension, that sci-fi element. But overall, it's a bit of a fish out of water story, which was nice. He goes to Earth, as he did in the first film, so it was fine. But I didn't enjoy it as much. Found it a bit too fast-paced, a bit too confusing, very fast edits. Didn't engage me as much as the first film. The third film...
Alert. Low battery.
Thank you very much. The third film was interesting because the tone was very different. It was humorous. The fourth wall was broken. It was very, very nod, wink, wink. Very much nudgy. The audience it's very much in jokes that the audience should know. The story was okay, gladiatorial story. Hulk was in it, which was quite nice because I've come across the Hulk in other films. But the Hulk spoke, which confused me because he hadn't done that before, to my knowledge. But it was good. It was entertaining. Once you get over the tone and the odd tone, you're fine. I get the impression I'm supposed to know who the New Zealand rock creature was, because judging by the writing, it was very much, you know who this is, don't you, to the audience, but I don't know who he is. But he was good. The New Zealand Taika Waititi, I think he's called. So that was quite entertaining, that guy. The fighting was fun, but like all these films, everything is solved by cartoon fighting. Not much in the way of cerebral action, but it was okay. It was fine. So I think out of the three, the first and the third are my favourites. Second left me a bit cold. But yeah, it was an experience again. You've got to divorce yourself from Norse myth. I mean, yes, Hela is in Norse myth. Yes, Fenrir is in Norse myth. Odin and Thor, etc. But, you can't really compare Norse myth to Marvel and to film. But again, I think you need to be a really big comic book fan to get the most out of this kind of stuff. I'm just a film viewer, not a comic book fan. So I think if you love the comics, you think, wow, that's awesome. But I think they did a good job of transferring that comic book action onto the screen. So yeah, I mean, the acting was good. Delivery of the lines was good. Chris Hemsworth was very good, very knowing, very, nudge nudge, wink wink again. So yeah, the third film was once you get over that shift of tone and enjoy it for what it is, it's fine. And my phone's gonna die, as you can hear. So yeah, the Thor films were good. Were not too bad.
10% battery. Low power. Close. Button. Camera chooser. Stop recording. Stop recording. Button.
As you can see, I'm a very amateur person at this. I'm a writer, not a filmmaker.
Camera chooser. Stop recording. Button.